Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. In today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about the confusion people have when it comes to life insurance in terms of understanding why they should be getting it, what they should be concerned about, what they should be protecting, and so forth and so on. So what I want to do is really simplify that for you today. But before I get into that, make sure you go ahead right now, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we release a video on the channel, okay? So let's dive into it. All right, so it's really broken down, it's really categorized in two main categories, the reasons why you get life insurance. There are a lot of subcategories underneath that, but it's really two major reasons why you get life insurance. And those two reasons are for protection, and a death benefit will cover that. So protection, death benefit covers that. And the second reason is for cash value, using it as a savings account where you can grow your money and get compounding interest. So those are really the two major reasons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover some subcategories within those reasons so you do understand. So let's talk about protection first. Protection, loans. You want to protect yourself from loans that you have outstanding. So that means if you die, let me correct that. When you die, we're all gonna die at some point. We just don't know when. But when you die, you want to protect yourself in terms of loans and covering any loans or debts that you have so your family are not responsible for that. So for example, mortgage. You want to protect yourself from mortgage. You don't want your family having to sell the house or not being able to pay for it and have to leave because your income is not there anymore to take care of that house. So mortgage, or if you have car loans that are outstanding, you want to make sure that's paid for. Any credit card debts that you have. So any type of debts at all, whether it's installment loans, whether it's mortgage, whether it's credit card debts, or any type of loans that you have, you want to make sure that's taken care of. So life insurance is in place for that, right? Also, to protect your income for your living expenses. You want to make sure that you have a number of years of income available for your spouse and children so they could continue to live without your income because you're not there working, right? So they can continue to live, so they will replace your income for a number of years until they're adjusted to living without you, all right? So income is another. So whether that may be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, you can work out what makes sense to you and your finances when it comes to that, and you have income in place to cover that. What is next? Next is final expenses. It is your responsibility to take care of your final expenses. So you want to protect your family from that burden of taking care of your funeral. No GoFundMes or anything like that should be in place. It should be life insurance to take care of that. That's everyone's responsibility. It's bad enough that your family would be very sad and very hurt, going through that pain and all that. The last thing they should be concerned about is also be burdened with finding the money to take care of that. They're already missing you, right? So you have to have that in place. Also, children's education is another thing that most families want to protect, right? They want to help their children to go to college. So if you die before that happens, then you're leaving life insurance as the way to pay for that so you can help your children get their education through college. So those are some of the main reasons why you need protection. And the death benefit is what takes care of that. When you die, that pays out the death benefit, okay? So protection. The next is cash value. Cash value is in a permanent policy. So people might be getting life insurance to use it while they're living with the cash value that's building up in a permanent policy, right? So when you pay your premium, you're putting some of that money in a savings account that's actually gaining interest and dividends in a mutual company, right? So you're doing that, right? So some people, their main strategy is to use it to build and save so they can utilize it. And you can utilize the loans for various reasons from your cash value. You're able to leverage your cash value and get loans and borrow against that in your policy. Some people use their policy mainly for this specific reason. It still has a death benefit because it's still life insurance, but that's their secondary reason. Their main reason is to get for cash value, right? So policies may be structured for higher cash value and lesser death benefit upfront because the main goal is to maximize and leverage that cash value. So loans for education. So while you're alive, you still could save up that money and you can borrow against it to pay for college tuition, right? What else? To buy a house. You might want to buy your first house with your life insurance, the down payment and all. You can borrow against your policy and be able to have your down payment to pay for your home, okay? What else? Real estate investing. Some people actually want to buy real estate for investment purposes. So a multifamily or commercial property where they have tenants that's living in there, that's paying for the property and giving them a profit of positive cash flow month after month. So they might want to use or leverage their life insurance for that reason to invest in real estate. Also, working capital for your business, right? Working capital for your business. If you have a business, you know that you need working capital. Payroll is one of your main expenses. So payroll, to take care of payroll, especially if your cash flow is not intact. So you might want to cover those expenses by leveraging your life insurance coverage, like payroll, like accounts payable, services that other businesses actually rendered and you have to pay for it, like accounts payable, right? Or any supplies or maintenance that you need to pay for. You can leverage your life insurance policy to cover those expenses, and when the cash flow comes in, you can pay back the policy, all right? So it's a great tool to use for that as well. Also, investments. Any other investments, whether you want to invest in the market, invest in a cash flowing business by buying that business, or whatever other investments come along that you see an opportunity for and you want to leverage your life insurance policy to be able to now go and invest in that business. Now, the great thing about this is that meanwhile you're leveraging that and borrowing against your cash value continues to grow in your policy. So you're basically having your dollars working in two places at the same time. Now that's the reason why someone would want to utilize life insurance to do those things that I just mentioned, instead of maybe going to borrow the money somewhere else or getting it some other method. Life insurance is used as a tool to do these things because of that leverage that it provides. You're able to use the dollars in two places at the same time. You're able to borrow against your policy while your policy continuing to grow. All right, so that's the ultimate leverage. So those are the two main reasons, right, that I just explained, and those subcategories within those reasons. So hopefully that's simplified for you. Again, it's for protection, which is the death benefit, or for cash value, which is that savings account that's building up. Those are the two major reasons why you get life insurance, all right? So if that was helpful, please make sure you share with other people. And as I asked earlier, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'm not sure why you wouldn't already do that, but go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And what I just covered with you, along with a lot more information, I cover in my recent book, Get Your Life Together, where it explains how life insurance work and how you can leverage it like I just explained. I'll put the link in the description section so you can get a copy. Until next time, talk to you soon.